Hi, welcome to the show. I'm Kevin, and this is Maria Liberati.
Yes.
And you've had a great career. It's interesting. You were a supermodel, and now you're, they said, a culinary diva, but you've got a great cookbook I was reading.
Thank you. yes, that's sort of the cookbook is really a part of me, stories of my family and my life in Italy, because I do live in Italy part of the year, and part of things that have happened to me throughout my career while I was in Italy modeling, as well as studying cooking.
Right. Now, I also understand that a lot of the recipes, if I read the bio right, were from your great aunt Angelina.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, great Aunt Angelina. She watches over me. I never met her, unfortunately, but anytime I cook, I knew she's there on my shoulder. She used to cook for some members of the royal family in Italy. She was actually a private chef, and I ended up translating a lot of her recipes and trying to sort of modernize them. So, because a lot of them had no specific measurements, and you know, to count the time, she would tell you how many parts of the Ave Maria to sing, so that you can time what you were cooking.
Right.
So we had to modernize the recipes a bit.
So how does that translate out from the Ave Maria to like what, a half hour?
Right. Well, usually it's about a minute or so. So you know, we had to figure out, and I worked with some chefs on modernizing the recipes a bit, but we still have a whole bunch we're going through, but the ones in the current cookbook, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, are recipes. Most of the recipes are the things that I've translated from her.
That's
from her
great.
Recipe book.
So now, basically, as I understood it, you were flying around doing your modeling, and then you always liked to cook. You started when you were 4, right, with your grandfather,
right?
Like picking out fruit. You have a vineyard in Italy,
yes,
so you can tie all the wine with the food together.
Yes,
and it just is kind of a thing that's relaxed you over the modeling career. Is like how to
exactly. Well, wine is definitely relaxing, but yes, the cooking is more of an artistic thing,
right?
And I'm not a painter, but for me, cooking is artistic, and it is very relaxing, and I started enjoying it more and more, and it became more of my time to relax. When I needed to relax, I would just go and work with some chefs, work on some recipes, and do some cooking and study.
That's great. So you've met, obviously, if you're going around as an international model, you've met some of probably the top chefs in the world that have been able to kind of...
Yes, I have. I have met some very interesting chefs from, I don't know if anyone knows Heinz Beck, but he's a very famous award-winning chef in Italy, to locally in Philadelphia, we have Jim Coleman, to Michael DiGiorgio, who's from a very famous Italian restaurant in Little Italy in New York City. So they've all worked with me with some of my recipes as well, and some very famous Italian chefs. And I also studied in there's a few very famous Italian cooking schools,
right,
which I studied at as well.
Right, so you've got a lot of great people helping you tinker with the recipes.
Exactly, yes I do.
So let's tell people, first of all, how to get to the cookbook. I mean, is there a website you can buy it?
Yes, actually, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The website is my name, marialiberati.com, marialiberati.com, or you can go to the title of the book, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking.com, and it's available on Amazon, as well as Barnes & Noble it will be available there in September.
Oh, great.
So, yes.
And you have more coming too, right?
Yes, I do. I have a second version that we're working on, called Cucina, which is like The Basic Art of Italian Cooking Part 2.
Okay, cool.
So, yes.
All right, so tell everybody, I mean, we've got a lovely display of already pre-finished dishes. Can you kind of walk us through what it is we're going to show them how to do?
Yes, I will. Well, summertime always reminds me of being at the beach, because I would always go. The beach is a big thing for Italians to go to in the summer. They live on the beach.
Yeah, here too.
So, yes, exactly. So this is basically typical of what you would bring to the beach to have a picnic in Italy. We have first tramezzini, which are little sandwiches, and you see them in a little bigger version in all the coffee bars in Rome. You usually have that at appetizer time, between lunch and dinner, or maybe a snack between breakfast and lunch. And it's just with mozzarella and fresh tomatoes, fresh basil. And then we have a frittata, which is with fresh mint, fresh basil, and tuna, and that you can cut up nicely and bring it to the beach with you, or you can put it, make a nice quick panino. So, and then we have this sort of main, which is called the timbalo de melanzana. Timbalo is sort of it's basically like a cake, but it's just made with pasta. You can put a lot of different fillings in it. This is pasta prosciutto, the typical tomato sugo, which is the tomato sauce, and the melanzana, which is the eggplant that is fashioned around, that's grilled eggplant fashioned around. And that also, you can slice that up, and it's a good food to eat. You wrap your napkin around it, you'd sit on the beach and eat that. And then for dessert, we have our piccolo torta cioccolata, which is just, it's actually like an Italian version of brownies, but they're orange flavored. And again, they make really good finger food to bring to the beach. So,
okay.
So that's what we're going to be doing today, just a little bit of that.
Okay, so you don't want to leave anywhere. We're going to come back and we're going to start with the little sandwiches.
Yes.
Okay. Don't forget your website one more time.
It's marialiberati.com.
Right. CelebrityKitchens.com is also offering children's cook camps coming up. So you want to go to CelebrityKitchens.com and check that out. And then you want to stay tuned and watch these little messages and then come back and watch us cook.
For a fine Italian dining experience without the cost, stop into Polidoro Italian Grill in Newcastle. Enjoy the robust flavors of Italy and Polidoro's delicious pastas, specialty pizzas, authentic homemade desserts, and extensive wine list. And Polidoro's isn't just food. The elevated bar area brings a touch of downtown elegance where you can enjoy happy hour Monday through Friday from 4 to 7. Wednesday night's jazz night, or come in for a little Latin flavor on salsa night on the first and third Fridays of every month. Polidoro Italian Grill. It's like a trip to Italy without the airfare.
International cuisine, catered to perfection, and innovative presentation, visual sensation.
For your next house party, let Greenery Caterers do a culinary makeover.
Any size, any occasion.
Cocktail parties, luncheons, dinners.
Rehearsal dinners, bridal showers, christenings, and anniversaries.
Anytime you're getting together.
Birthdays, holidays, graduations.
Greenery Food Court and Caterers do it all for you.
Come join the hottest party in town, Gators Sports Bar. Friday, happy hour, 4 to 8 p.m. Delaware's best band. On Friday and Saturday night, area's largest dance floor. Yeehaw country every Wednesday night. You want food? Homemade daily lunch specials. Delaware's best original wings, burgers, shrimp, clams, and a whole lot more. Gators Sports Bar on 141 in Newcastle. Gators Sports Bar. Get the party started.
El Tapatio Mexican restaurant, located in the Eden Square Shopping Center, is open for both lunch and dinner. Featuring a lunch buffet Monday through Thursday, El Tapatio serves some of the best Mexican food around. Classics like fajitas, campiones, enchiladas, and tacos, to specialty dishes of fish, shrimp, or ribs with accompanying salads and fruit dishes. So stop by or call 836-6477 today. That's El Tapatio Restaurant in the Eden Square Shopping Center.
Hi, welcome back. I'm going to throw you a curve. Let's start with the egg instead of the sandwich, because
Okay.
we'll save the sandwich for a little bit later.
Right.
And let's start. So we're gonna. What was it called again?
It's called a frittata.
A frittata. Okay. And so we were talking a little off camera. It's kind of basically like an omelet.
Yes,
All right.
it is.
So how do we go about making one of those?
Well, what we're going to do, it's an Italian version of an omelet, really. What we're going to do is we're going to use 6 eggs. Now, you can use a lot of different herbs and fillings for the frittata. This one, we're going to do 6 eggs. We're going to put some Italian prosciutto in it. We have a slice of prosciutto just broken up. We're going to saute some zucchini with some shallots. And shallots are another way of using onions. If you have people that don't really use onions, shallots are sort of a gentler tasting onions. So we're going to just saute zucchini with shallots, prosciutto, 6 eggs. And this is 1 zucchini. 3 tablespoons of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese grated. Actually, we need 4 tablespoons because at the end we broil some on the top. A pinch of salt, and that's our frittata. It's a very simple frittata. You can also use, for an interesting taste, some chopped up mint leaves, which give it a very refreshing taste for the summertime. But we're using chopped basil today.
Okay.
So I'll just get started. We're gonna, we also need our extra virgin olive oil. And we need about 2 tablespoons to saute the zucchini. and the shallots, and I'm just going to chop up my shallot. This is just one shallot. You don't really need to chop this up finely. Just want to dice this. You want to wait till your oil gets a little warm before putting in the zucchini. You don't want the zucchini to get oily. Just bubbling a little, and you have to be careful that the shallot does not burn, because shallots, just like onions and garlic, are a little delicate.
Right.
So
So for the first cookbook, is it all your favorites, or is it just things that were easily translated?
They're actually all my favorite things that sort of deal with the stories that are in the book. So we try to intertwine the stories with the recipes and the foods that were from those, or related to those stories in some way.
Yeah, because that's what's neat. I didn't get a chance to read it. Sorry to interrupt, but I like the stories that are in it, because it's like a read, but
exactly.
But with recipes.
That's what we wanted to make it. We wanted to make it something a little more interesting than just a cookbook, so that, you know, if you want to just, it's a rainy day, you want to have something to read, you can also read that and sort of think about the recipes as well. And you don't have to be a cook to read the book.
Right.
Oops. Can you
Wait,
lower
turn it down
that?
a little?
Yes, if you can turn that down. That's just getting too high. Now I'm just going to take this off because we don't want to get this.
I'll turn it. Is this about right now?
Yeah, actually, can you turn that down just a little bit lower?
I can try.
We don't want to have this spouting out at us. The basil we're going to add at the end. We're actually going to mix that. I don't like to fry basil because basil also is delicate. We'll mix the basil into the egg mixture. This just gets baked. You can actually make single frittatas, just similar to the way you make an omelet on the range, but we're going to bake this one. This is a little bit bigger. So, and there are people that also make them on the range part way and then put them in a baking pan and then bake them the rest of the way. So you can do either or.
So it's really options here.
It is. It's optional, and you know, sometimes you can do if you want to do a single serve one, you just do a small one in a small saute pan. And if you don't like zucchini, you can use eggplant. It's really great with mushrooms. These are great because if you have vegetables left over from, you know, the day before or from lunchtime and you want to make something late for dinner, you can almost put any vegetables, any type of meat within the frittata, and you pretty much use that up so your vegetables don't spoil. Spinach,
That's a great idea.
Onions, anything left over.
So this would be like a quick, light dinner as well.
Exactly, it is. It can be. If you have chicken left over, you know, you just have a bit left over, you want to use it up, you don't want to throw it away, cut it up, and you can put it in with vegetables until this starts getting, the zucchini gets a little more brown. Actually, I'll let that go as maybe I can have you take this out of the way for me. Yes, thank you. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to break our eggs so we can use a wire whisk. And you don't want to put, I know a lot of people when they make omelets, they tend to put milk. They mix milk in, and you don't want to do that with this because it will not have a really firm consistency. So you just mainly want to use the eggs with the other.
You know what, I just heard about that too, that it doesn't really make it any more fluffy than it would normally. It actually is not that great to put milk in.
It isn't. It makes it actually runny and watery.
Yeah.
And for this type of a dish, we're just going to whip it with a wire whisk. For this type of a dish, you need it to be really firm. So you couldn't put the milk in. But exactly, it doesn't make it fluffy or do anything special. There you go.
Now, are we going to bake this one?
Yes, we are. We'll bake this one.
Like 350, 325?
Yes, this will be baked at 375 for about 30 minutes.
Oh, wow, okay.
20 to 30 minutes, depending on your oven. Actually, those are just about done. You can take those off. I don't want my shallots to burn. Okay, and what we're going to do is we are going to, put our zucchini in here. You don't want to get any of the oil, by the way. Okay.
Okay.
Like that. We're going to put in a pinch of salt, just a little pinch. I tend not to use salt a lot in what I cook. It's just force of habit. I mean, I do when I cook for others. For myself, I don't. I'm not crazy about salt, but it depends on your taste.
Taste, okay.
So I just use a pinch. We're going to throw in our chopped basil. And then about 3 tablespoons, actually throw in first the 3 tablespoons of the Parmigiano, and we're going to keep 1 to put on the top and to broil. So it gets a little bit of a brown color on the top. Actually, I need a fork.
A fork? I got you.
To get one. Move this out of the way, thank you. You can just dump that. Okay, so we're going to just mix all of our ingredients. Okay, now what we're going to do is just get a baking dish. You can line the baking dish with parchment baking paper and it will just come right out easier. Or you can just put some olive oil on the bottom. Okay, just make sure to get that olive oil all around, and excuse my hands, but that's what.
That's good cooking.
Olive oil
right there.
around, yes.
And
so that it doesn't stick.
Did the prosciutto go in also?
Yes, it does. I forgot that. Yes. That is our other ingredient. We're going to use prosciutto. You can put tuna in here, but we're going to use prosciutto.
Now, would it be a fresh tuna that you're talking?
No,
tuna
actually,
fish?
tuna in a can, but preferably tuna canned with extra virgin olive oil, so it has a really good taste to it. I mean, you can, if you want to cut calories, you can use it packed in water, but tuna usually packed in olive oil is the best.
Is better, right?
Yes. Okay, so we're going to just pour this in here. And again, it gets baked at a preheated oven, 375, for about 20 to 30 minutes. Just check your oven after 20 minutes. And if you want it to come up thicker, you can use a smaller pan. And this will come up thicker, or it can be thin like this.
Okay.
So
I'll
we're going to let you put that in the oven.
And maybe this might be a good time for us to take a break, too.
Okay, great.
So we'll go to a commercial break and come back and surprise you with either the sandwich or the
timbalo.
Timbalo.
Exactly.
Celebrity Kitchens, Wilmington's newest and most unique dining experience, is dinner and a show combined into one great event. You'll love eating the full course dinners and enjoying the selected wines. Regionally and nationally acclaimed chefs cook tableside for you or with you in this intimate and socially interactive setting. Sit back, relax, and watch the chefs at work as they prepare the perfect meal. Visit CelebrityKitchens.com or call 427-COOK for your reservations and see what Celebrity Kitchens has to offer. You'll leave with new friends, great memories, and the recipes to repeat the magic.
Blue Rocks Baseball is your ticket for fun, affordable family entertainment. Come enjoy the fun-filled atmosphere for the entire family. There's great food, fireworks, giveaways, and of course, Rocky Bluewinkle and Mr. Celery, and much, much more. So don't strike out with your family. To catch one of those exciting games, call 888-BLUE or log on to www.bluerocks.com. Help cheer your Blue Rocks on to another championship.
Richardson's Floral Center has everything you need to make your yard look like it should be in a magazine. All you have to do is drive by their Kirkwood Highway location to realize all that eye-catching color could be in your yard. From perennials to annuals, shrubs and bushes, even different kinds of mulch, Richardson's is a one-stop shop. And if you don't see it out front, don't worry. Just look in the hothouses for even more selection. That's Richardson's Floral Center on the Kirkwood Highway.
Hong Kong King Buffet is the best buffet in town. Located at the Four Seasons Shopping Center on Route 896, it's the only buffet in the area featuring a Mongolian grill. All you can eat of the best seafood at the best prices around. So for unique food you won't find anywhere else, great service, and incredible prices, call 366-1737 and find out why Hong Kong King Buffet is the best buffet in town.
Hi, welcome back. We're here with Maria Liberati, and we're going to do a sandwich, but it's called something much more
elegant. Of course, in Italy, everything has to be elegant and like an opera, very dramatic. These are called tramezzini. And they're basically a sandwich made on very thin bread, because the typical Italian panino is made on your thick Italian bread.
Okay.
But these are made very delicately. You see them in most of the coffee bars in Rome, and they're served either between breakfast and lunch, or lunch and dinner with like an aperitif a lot of times.
Oh, nice.
So, or you can have them for lunch as well. So, and there's all different fillings for these, but we're going to do one. We're making a mini version. And they're sort of cut in half to the normal size. They're usually in a triangle shape. And we're making a mini version today. We're just going to make with fresh mozzarella, tomato, and basilico, as we say in Italian, but it's basil. So
everything sounds much more pleasant.
Exactly.
In Italian.
Everything
Basilico.
Is much more with a musical feel to it. So.
Right.
But anyway, all you're going to do is we had our triangles of our white, just regular, very thin white bread, which you can actually buy here in the supermarket. Just look for very thin white bread.
Okay.
And in Italy, we always cut off our crust, because again, it has to be very elegant looking. So we cut off the crust and cut the slices into triangles. We cut the triangles into half again. And basically what you're going to do is you can toast. Once you've done that, you can put these in your broiler. Drizzle some olive oil over the bread slices. Put them on a cooking sheet. Put it under your broiler. Be very careful, because things tend to burn under the broiler.
True.
So you want to put them under the broiler till they just start to get a golden brown, just like this. And then we're going to assemble our piccolo small tramezzini. And all you're going to do is, using some extra virgin olive oil, you want to layer them first with a little piece of basil. We're going to have our slice of tomato and a slice of fresh mozzarella and just a little dab of olive oil again. So all we're doing is we're just alternating layers. Another slice of basil, slice of tomato, slice of mozzarella. Just little, again, these are delicate little sandwiches, a little dash of olive oil, and you're going to put this all together with a skewer. And all we're going to do is put these, I'll just do one more, we're just going to put these in the oven. Again, this you'd want to put in the oven, you would actually want to put this on 400 degrees for just about 5 minutes, just until you start seeing the cheese sort of getting a little soft, and the bread on the top layer should be browned.
Okay, so we've toasted our points.
Right.
And then we've assembled it together. We're just going to put it in there and basically brown the bread just a little bit more and melt the cheese slightly.
Exactly. Just, again, you don't want to, and we can put a little pinch of salt. You don't want to burn them. So we're going to just do another little drizzle. So that will make these, yep. And these will go in the oven just like this. The cheese should be melted just a bit, about 5 minutes, and the bread should be brown on top.
Okay. Okay, so now what temperature am I supposed to put these under?
You're going to put that at 400 degrees for about 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yes.
And then in the meantime, let me bring this out. This is the finished product.
Yes, these are the finished tramezzini. We put a basil leaf on the top just for decoration, and a little leaf here, a tomato, just to make it a beautiful plate. So you don't want to put your basil leaf on top while it's in the oven, because that'll brown and you won't get the brightness of the color. So, but this is a nice way to make a beautiful presentation, or you can take the sticks out and wrap them and just take them along for a nice little summer picnic as well.
All right, well, can I try one now?
Oh, yes,
Do you
go
mind?
ahead.
Okay.
I don't mind.
I'm going to try this, and you're going to go watch these commercials, and we'll be back with the
Timbalo.
Timbalo. Thank you.
For a fine Italian dining experience without the cost, stop into Polidoro Italian Grill in Newcastle. Enjoy the robust flavors of Italy and Polidoro's delicious pastas, specialty pizzas, authentic homemade desserts, and extensive wine list. And Polidor's isn't just food. The elevated bar area brings a touch of downtown elegance where you can enjoy happy hour Monday through Friday from 4 to 7. Wednesday night's jazz night, or come in for a little Latin flavor on salsa night on the first and third Fridays of every month. Polidoro Italian Grill. It's like a trip to Italy without the airfare.
Celebrity Kitchens, Wilmington's newest and most unique dining experience, is dinner and a show combined into one great event. You'll love eating the full-course dinners and enjoying the selected wines. Regionally and nationally acclaimed chefs cook tableside for you or with you in this intimate and socially interactive setting. Sit back, relax, and watch the chefs at work as they prepare the perfect meal. Visit CelebrityKitchens.com or call 427-COOK for your reservations and see what Celebrity Kitchens has to offer. You'll leave with new friends, great memories, and the recipes to repeat the magic.
International cuisine, catered to perfection, an innovative presentation, visual sensation.
For your next house party, let Greenery Caterers do a culinary makeover.
Any size, any occasion.
Cocktail parties, luncheons, dinners.
Rehearsal dinners, bridal showers, christenings, and anniversaries.
Anytime you're getting together.
Birthdays, holidays, graduations.
Greenery food court and caterers, do it all for you.
Searching for those specialty items? Why not try Country Health, located next to Value City on the Kirkwood Highway. You'll find a large selection of vitamins, herbs, and many vegetarian products. Open 7 days a week to serve you. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you with all your questions. Stop by or give us a call. Country Health. How's your health?
Hi, welcome back. Now this is the
This is our primi, secondo, I'm sorry, our second course, because in Italy everything's first course, second course, dolce is your dessert. This is our second course, which is the timballo,
Okay.
the melanzana. Melanzana is eggplant in Italian, and this is actually a traditional dish that actually was served once to like the royal families like this with the eggplant on the sides. As you see, we have grilled eggplant on the side. You can do it without the grilled eggplant on the side too. You can dice it and put it in the center, but it was sort of a typical thing.
Yeah, I like it. It makes it a neat presentation.
Exactly.
All wrapped like that.
Exactly, that's right.
All right, so the ingredients, because this takes too long.
Exactly, it takes long. It's about an hour to cook this. So basically the ingredients are you slice your eggplant really thinly. If you have a mandolin, one of those mandolin slicers, makes it much easier. And you soak that for about 20 minutes. And then you just grill this. I have a really neat grill. And I grilled the eggplant with some olive oil. And basically what we're then going to do is cook, use some dry pasta. For this I used rigatoni. It's a number 24. All the pastas have numbers.
Right.
So if you can find
Which is
number
size,
24.
right?
Exactly. I use rigatoni. You can also use penne. You can even use ziti for this.
We're out of time, so I'm going to bring this is fresh out of the oven.
Yes, that's the frittata.
This is about to be eaten. This one I'm going to have to hold off on, right?
Yes, exactly. We need that.
We need that. It's the presentation piece.
Yes.
So besides your cookbook, you're doing classes here at Celebrity Kitchens.
Yes,
so
I am.
You do this a lot. And I also understand you're working on your own show.
I am working on my own show, exactly. I'm working on my own cooking show and also working on opening up a chain of European coffee bars in Florida.
Wow.
So with a real
Very
estate
busy.
developer.
So
yes.
let me just ask one question.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with cooking, but
Yes.
when you're modeling, what's your favorite thing, runway or photo shoots?
Actually, photo shoots.
Photo
I like
shoots?
that a lot better. Yes.
I would too.
Yes.
I would too. All right, thanks for watching. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate
you're
you coming.
welcome. Thank
Don't
you for
forget
having me.
your website really quick.
Yes, MariaLiberati.com.
Right, CelebrityKitchens.com. Don't forget about the kids' day camps coming up for cooking school. Thanks. See you. Bye.
If you're paying too much for costly print or newspaper ads, or would like to try television